Foundation awards the 2015 Klaus J. Jacobs Research Prize to Sarah-Jayne Blakemore, honoring groundbreaking achievements in child and youth development.
Thank you. I first want to say a few words about the Jacobs Foundation. So the first time I came across the Jacobs Foundation was about 7 years ago when Hauke Hillebrandt, who's here, carried out his PhD in my lab. Hauke had done his undergraduate degree at the Jacobs University in Bremen, and it was really intriguing to learn this modern university funded by a Swiss foundation, the Jacobs Foundation. Learning a bit more about the Jacobs Foundation, I was impressed that there was a European philanthropic organization dedicated to improving the lives of children and young people. In 2009, I was invited by the Jacobs Foundation to a conference in Marbach Castle. I was really excited about the prospect of spending 3 days discussing adolescent development with some of the leaders in this field from all around the world. I had no idea when I was invited that Marbach would be one of the most beautiful settings I'd ever been to, above Lake Constance, with stunning surroundings and some of the best food I've ever eaten, where attention to every detail was integral to the idea of productive and constructive discussions. It enabled me to set up new links with people in my field from all around the world to make new friends and new collaborations. What other conference do you go to where you interact not only with researchers from around the world, but also with the foundation staff? Simon and Gelgia in particular come to mind from that first meeting that I went to, and even the foundation family members. I've since been to several more workshops at Marbach Castle, and Christian Jacobs has been present at all of them, engaging in discussion and interacting with researchers. This was also, I'm told, true of Klaus J. Jacobs, the founder of the Jacobs Foundation. For the family members of the foundation to be so engaged in and supportive of the primary research is incredibly rare and very special. It generates an unparalleled amount of positivity amongst researchers. One of the most exciting aspects of the Jacobs Foundation is its support for young scholars. Postdocs at early stages of their careers are able to apply for funding for from the foundation. These are prestigious grants from a respected and highly influential organization, and this esteem is extremely beneficial to young scholars at this early stage of their careers. My former postdoc, Iroise Dumontet, who you saw in that video, and who is here today, secured funding from the Jacobs Foundation for a project on mindfulness in adolescence, in collaboration with colleagues from America whom she met at the Marbach conference. Iroise now runs her own lab, highly successful lab in London, and the Jacobs grant no doubt played a role in establishing her as an independent researcher and helped her secure a permanent position at a university. There are many other young scholars whose research careers, like Iroise's, have been facilitated by the Jacobs Foundation. One of the things that struck me about the Jacobs Foundation is that unlike other charities set up for children's well-being, they placed an emphasis on adolescence. The Foundation's motto is our promise to youth. This is exceptionally rare. There are many charities around the world for early development, and worldwide, government policy tends to pay much more attention to young children than to adolescents. Why is this? I think it's partly because adolescents and youth are a neglected sector of our society. They're frequently mocked and maligned, often thought of as a threat. And as a society, we don't spend enough time thinking about their well-being. And yet we know that adolescence is a time of life in which the brain and the mind are undergoing substantial and protracted development. It's a unique period of biological development that represents both opportunities and vulnerabilities. 75% of mental illnesses are developed during adolescence, before the age of 24. On the other hand, it also represents a period of possibly unparalleled opportunity. The brain is developing in adolescence, brain plasticity is heightened, and this is an excellent opportunity for creativity and learning. My lab is just one of many contributing to this field of adolescent brain development. Our work started about 13 years ago because of the intriguing early findings of other researchers such as Jay Geed and Dr. Larry Steinberg, who's here. I remember when the Klaus J. Jacobs Prize was awarded to Larry Steinberg in 2009. This was a momentous prize and a huge recognition for Dr. Steinberg's research and also of this field. Now, 6 years later, I've been awarded this prize. I don't think it's completely sunk in yet, and I'm still getting used to the idea. Sometimes I'll be doing something completely mundane, like washing up or walking down the street, and suddenly the thought will pop into my head, oh my God, I won the Jacobs Prize. And this award will enable me to carry out research that would not fit in the remit of other conventional funding bodies. We'll be looking at whether it's possible to train self-control and mentalizing, that is, understanding other people's minds, in adolescence. And it will also enable me to continue my public engagement work, working directly with teachers and young people, engaging them in our research, and also trying to tease out how the findings from the research might be implemented in the classroom. This is not a prize for me alone. It's recognition of the hard work and creativity of all my PhD students, postdocs, and research assistants, many of whom are here this evening. It also reflects the support of my mentors and collaborators, some of whom are also here. I'm also grateful to the colleagues who nominated me for this award, particularly my friend and collaborator, Evelina Crone, who's here this evening. I feel really privileged to work with such inspiring and supportive and collaborative people. It's a great honor to be awarded the Klaus J. Jacobs Prize. This is the most prestigious prize in our field, and it's truly humbling that my lab's research has been recognized by this celebrated award. This is a day and an evening that I'll never forget. It's wonderful that so many people from my work are here, and also my ever-supportive family, including my two sons who you saw in the video, Oscar and Charlie. They're somewhere over there. It's particularly exciting that the foundation has a new president, Lavinia Jacobs. I look forward to meeting her and other members of the Jacobs family and to working with the Jacobs Foundation over the next few years. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.